sure our spine is straight again, hips are wide open, and breath is still flowing. Then on our next inhale, we want to inhale deeply through our nose and exhale fully out of our mouth. And we want to keep doing this for a moment, trying not to tighten up our shoulders, but allowing full energy and full air into our chests and our lungs. Allowing the stomach to contract completely once we exhale our air out. And this is what we'll call our yogic breathing, breathing deeply in the nose and out the mouth. Do this a few more times. And we can open our eyes and come back to the room. We'll start by wiggling our spine. And we're going to keep everything slow this morning. So right now we'll just go into neck rotations. Just remembering to breathe deeply and to release any thoughts we have here. Just allowing our body to relax, to let go of anything in the week that may have us tense or under pressure. And then we can move counterclockwise. Again, trying to make sure that everything is loose and fluid. And again, don't put pressure on your mind either. If you feel tension in your body, it's okay. We just want to try to find a place to release every time we come to the mat. All right, and once we straighten our spines up again, we can just start by taking a few breaths, getting comfortable in this position. All right. We want to inhale our arms up to the top over our shoulders. Yep, shoulders close to our ears. Then we want to exhale, bringing our arms back down next to our sides. Yep, and we want to, while we're doing this, we allow the breath to go all the way in, filling up our lungs. And then all the way out, exiting our body completely, relaxing our shoulders and contracting our stomach muscles. All right, we're going to do that a few more times, just fluidly inhaling and exhaling on your own time, on your own breath. And this is just opening our chest, opening our heart, allowing a lot more oxygen to flow in our bodies. Just bringing in a moment of stillness. Again, you can rest your mind on your intention. With our hearts open, we can also bring in love and compassion. This is good for your shoulders and your back as well. Flexing them, stretching them, and strengthening them. We'll just do this like 2 more times before we move on. All right, and we're going to take our hands in front of our bodies. Oh, go ahead, sorry. Yeah. We'll take our hands in front of our bodies, down on the mat, and we'll just walk forward, down into extended puppy pose. Well, this one is child's pose. Yep, walking down into child's pose. We'll just open our shoulders here, relax. We can have our forehead to the mat. We just want to allow some breath. If this is uncomfortable to your body, then you can move it up. And you can move it up into extended puppy like this with our sit bones in the air. Shoulders open even more. And we'll just breathe here. Anytime I have my heart open, and especially towards the earth or the sky, I like to give thanks. I call it my gratitude pose. So here we'll just give thanks for everything that we are grateful for in this moment. And this time I won't talk you through it, just you know what you're happy about and grateful for. Take a moment and just give thanks here. Making sure there's no tension in your womb space, no tension in your back, no tension in your shoulders. Allow that stretch in your mid-spine. Allow those shoulders to stay open and flexed. And just remember to keep a steady breath. And then slowly we're going to walk that back up into a tabletop position with our shoulders directly under, our wrists directly under our shoulders. Yeah. And here we're just going to rotate our spines a little bit. We can play around with it. Just move our hips. Again, we're rotating that spine up and down, giving it some space. We can move into cat-cow if that's comfortable. But we just want to give our spine a little bit of flexing. Remembering to keep our focus on the breath. Eventually we'll be able to connect our breath with each movement. But now we just want to make sure that we're intaking a lot of oxygen. Yep, and letting it out. And then on your next inhale, we can come up onto our knees. Yeah, and whenever you're ready, we could do one hand at a time, but we're going to push our hips out over our knees. Our knees are hip width apart, and we're going to go back one arm at a time and grab our ankles. Yeah, and this pose is called the camel pose, and it's a hip stretch, and it releases tension in your womb and also flexes your back. So you can throw your head back. Yep. And this one you only want to hold for like 30 seconds to 60 seconds, no more than that at a time. So take a few breaths, and then one hand at a time, we'll come back to the top. Yeah, whenever you're ready. And then we'll just come back down. That is, you like it? I like camel pose too. And we'll come back down, and what we're gonna do is go back into tabletop position, just walking our hands out, wrists under shoulders. And then we're gonna tuck our toes down into the mat. Yep, and then we're gonna lift.